Hello and welcome to Stone Valley, the original map with me, Miss Barks. Today we're going to get Courseplay and the Premos 500 Straw Pelleter from the Straw Harvest mod working together and picking up all the straw and making us a bunch of extra cash. So join me down on the farm and let's see how we get on. Hello and welcome back to Stone Valley, the original map, with me, Miss Barks. Last time we finished, the harvest was all done, and so I busily put all the equipment away, and then got out another whole load of equipment. So what are we doing here? Well, I have purchased, as you can see, the money has gone down significantly, down to $148,000. I purchased a Premos 5000 baler. Well, it's not a baler, it's a machine that will make pellets, and it's out in this field. I purchased one and I've leased a second one, and we're busy starting to pick up the straw. Why I've gone two is because we've got lots and lots of straw to do. We ran 2 combine harvesters round, so I'm running 2 straw pickups. And oh look, here comes a tractor full of straw pellets. The Premos 500 acts just like a combine, or it can be treated just like a combine, and that's what this little tractor's doing. So he's now running the unload route, and there's 2 tractors and 2 trailers. So that little general purpose trailer, I didn't know if I needed it or not. I did, because I've got a second one now. Although I got the turntable version for the second one, and it will hook up quite happily to this. But I thought I'd just use 2 tractors. One tractor, each of them are dedicated to a particular machine, just to make life easier. So what happens is it comes in here, it gets told to tip. I've done that in Courseplay, and just gets to tip it on the ground, and then we've got a conveyor system here, very nice little conveyor system here, which all hooks together. They're actually linked to each other, you know, they're actually hooked together, and of course you can drive this one and push that other one around in front of it, and that loads it all the way up here into this larger trailer, which the JCB hauls off to sell, and we're getting about $20,000 for a trailer full. So we're doing quite nicely in terms of return for these straw pellets. Already the money I've made has paid for the leasing cost of one of the machines. So I'm hoping that by the time they get across this field, I mean, they're not brilliant at getting stuff across this field, you know, I do have to say, they do miss quite a bit, but can't be bad. So whilst that's tapping, wait for me, I want to go more here. There we go. So yes, let's just look at the Courseplay for this. So it's just your typical Courseplay course, i.e. mode 3, mode 2 in this case, because it's that's the second one along the bottom. Mode 2 because it is picking up the combine and then tipping somewhere. It's not overloading. So it's mode 2 because obviously these aren't overload trailers. You have to have these smaller trailers because the pipe or conveyor from the Premos itself is actually quite low, and it would be quite a challenge to get an auger trailer in, which would be ideal. Yes, I've set the distribution or the dump point in the yard. I could have more readily put the dump point on the side of the road like I did before with the auger trucks, but I decided not to. Although that could change, I could easily move it all around and so on. So here we are, we're coming out to the area where all the trailers or the things are working. There is naturally problems, but we'll focus on this one at the moment, and hopefully the problems with Courseplay resolve. As you can see, that pipe is very much like it's just a conveyor belt, and it bashes the tractor as it comes past, and it bashes the trailer as well. Oh, such a mess, but there we are. I've got two different tractors. I'm using the 1050 on one of the units, on the one we own, and I'm using the 1163 on the other. Yeah, doing quite a good job of picking up the erroneous wheat, which is excellent. Oh, sorry, straw. I'm doing a pretty good job of it. And so each trailer then is running the same course, but they're dedicated to their own combine. So when we look at the combines, this little tractor had a little love kiss from pipe on its way past, is dedicated to the 1100 MT. The other ones, X is in the 1000 Vario. This means that aside from running the route to putting the or dropping off the straw pellets, they just follow their own individual straw pelleter or combine as far as the program's concerned. They're actually programmed to follow the unit and start to drive to the pellet maker at 25%. They will go back to base at 80% load. So that's it works pretty well. There's been I've allowed the one of these units to go round the field once, so it's significantly ahead of the other, and so there shouldn't be any banging into each other on it. So we must have reached 20 or 25% in this pellet making machine. So up we come. That slows down and waits for this. But we have to crawl round with the chrome because the modders have set it so that if you overload the straw input, the machine stalls. It's simulating a broken pin of some sort inside that's sheared from having to do too much. So as a consequence, you have to drive slowly, because whilst it would do 10 kilometers an hour over regular bits of straw, at the end of each run, the combine harvester stops and it dumps off the contents of its straw, and that leaves a big pile. When you drive the Premos 500 into a big pile at 10 kilometers an hour, you'll break the shear pin, and so the harvester stops, and that's no good. Oh, hello, we've got a slippage going on. Oh dear, oh dear. How have you managed that? You've driven this course God knows how many times. How come you've managed to go into the tree? I just don't believe that. I really don't. Of course, the closest point. There we go. So that comes into the yard. I mean, that is just driven this course N times, dumping off pellets already. But Courseplay for the win. There we go. So that's the trip round, and yes, I guess I could, because we don't really want to have the tractors waiting up like that. What I can do is I can get this big bad boy out and program him up to do the same. Pop round, you're there. Let's just check who you're assigned to. That's right, you're going to that one. Ah, hello, what are you doing over here? I love it, you do. So we've hit the edge of the map. Yes, okay, fine. Now, this is another little thing I've discovered, which on Courseplay, which is if you want to, when you're doing this loading and unloading of a trailer, if you select unloading, then on the with this destination and where to start, it goes directly to the combines, and in this case the straw pelleter, that you wish to unload. So that's an excellent little addition. That's something new. Another new thing I've discovered with this version of Courseplay. Version 6.02, numbers 65 in the development tree. I have to keep my eye on their GitHub to see if there's any new version. Now, another little thing that's going to happen here, because the lead machine is so slow, we're going to have a problem here with the little tractor. It always does this, and what we end up with is quite a mess until it will unlock itself by the end of the run. Oh, there goes the other JCB. So yes, yeah, I love Courseplay. So clearly, when the tractor is full and it puts its cover on, it waits for the combine to move out the way, but it's not waiting long enough, and again, as I say, because I've got to run the Premos at not your standard combine speed, and I guess the developers of Courseplay hadn't figured in. They're only using a timer to get it. They're not actually detecting the other vehicle having moved out of the way, so the need to extend that timer perhaps. Depends. I mean, I don't know who else has used Premos, and I've actually not seen any YouTubers doing Courseplay with the straw harvest mod for unloading and so on. See, this has now allowed the pair to disengage, and because we reached the end of the row, the unloading tractor has been commanded to wait, and then it goes. Yay! It's off. So what have we learnt from all this? This is the first time I've used Courseplay with the Premos 500, especially with two of them and two trailers. Well, because the Premos has the discharge pipe on the right-hand side, this can lead to issues with Courseplay in its unloaded combine mode, because it does expect to peel off to the left. Well, that of course means it peels off straight into the Premos. There is the issue with running the Premos much slower because of the large lumps of straw left by combines at the end of runs. So you've got to make sure you take that into consideration when you're doing all of this. And of course the course for Courseplay for the unloading tractors needs to not be too long, because it's been leading to some issues. So therefore we've had a lot of fun. However, it is possible to use Courseplay with straw harvest quite successfully. And actually, rather than auger wagons, I am tempted to continue using conveyor loading of trucks, and maybe with harvesters, using individual tractors to track each harvester, just as we've done here, so that each harvester has its own dedicated unloading trailer, and therefore something that we can, rather than having to hunt the field for them, so combines don't get left out in the cold waiting to be emptied. This is looking to be quite a good system. We'll be exploring this further, because as the farm grows and the number of fields grow, the number of machines grow, having Courseplay run as smoothly as possible is going to be essential. And so the straw pellet harvest comes to its conclusion, and we've made quite a nice lot of money off this field in the terms of the straw. So we'll have a little look at the money income, because it's all harvest today. So let's looking at our harvest income. Where is that? Here it is, harvest income, over $572,020, and we still got a bit to go, because we've got this last little bit. Yeah, I could go over the field and pick up all these stray bits, but I don't think there's that much in terms of straw knocking about on here, really. They've done a pretty good job. Yes, there's some thin strips, but I think that's slim pickings. So, quite honestly, I think we'll probably leave it for now, and be satisfied with what we've taken off the field. Which will mean I can get on with and cultivate the field, but not before I get this segregated off, which I'll do with a little bit of. I'll use the. Rather than using a meadow roll, all I'll do is I'll use the sculpting facility. What do they call it? Landscaping, that's the word I'm looking for. Yes, we'll landscape that off, which will be nice. That will do. So, yeah, it's been very good. I'm very pleased with this. I ummed and ahed about what to do. And actually, a pair of these running around on the field is doing a very nice job indeed. Yes, it's slow and what have you, but yep, that, and probably only need the one. I know the fields are bigger, but next time I will move the loading point down and move the belts down, and make life an awful lot easier for myself, I think, so that we can then just have a single tractor, and although it's going to run the field twice, because it's going to be following the left-hand combine's route and then the right-hand combine's route, it will achieve the same result. So with that, we've come to the end of the run. It needs to be unloaded, and that's it for today. So thank you very much for joining me here on Stone Valley, the original map. And next time, I'll run through and get this area sorted, and then we'll talk about it next time we come back. And by then we should have gone over to late summer's going to finish. We can start the first day of autumn, and fingers crossed we're going to be seeing our crops coming into harvest. Let's just have a quick look at the weather forecast, because that's kind of important. So tomorrow we're expecting a little rain overnight, and then rain in the afternoon. It should be drying, and I wonder if our fields, because it's the change of season, we may well see our fields come to fruition. So we might have a little window of harvest, which we can start it at least, and have a few hours which we can get on with it. In which case it's going to be frantic, frantic harvesting, that's for sure. But the Saturday looks like it's going to be sunny all day, and that will be a good harvest day as well. Because it looks like Friday is going to be a washout harvest-wise. Very much so, I'm afraid. So the evening and or any late harvesting won't be able to be done. Such is the joys of farming. Well, thank you very much again for your company, and I look forward to the next time you join me here on Stone Valley, the original map, with me, Miss Box. Take care, everybody. Ta-ta.